Hello guys, this is Evans. Welcome to another tutorial where I will be showing you guys how to download and install Visual Studio from Visual Studio website onto your computer. I'm using Windows 10 on my system here, and I don't know what operating system you're using, but I don't think there should be any major difference or any major problem with the download that you're going to get from Visual Studio website. Okay, so to get Visual Studio, you go to your website, and under Google you are going to put in your search box, you put in Visual Studio Express 2015, and I'm sure there should be other versions or other releases that are there, 2013, 2012, 2010. I think they should be there, but depending on what your operating system is able to support, you should be able to download that. So if you have using an old computer, probably with Windows 7. I'm not sure if 2015 can work on Windows 7, but it should work on Windows 7. It should work on Windows 7. Okay, so after searching for Visual Studio Express 2015, click on search, and some results, of course, are going to be displayed. But what I'm interested in is the one that says downloads Visual Studio. Okay, so you click on this one, downloads Visual Studio from Visual Studio website, and it will take you to this web page. So under the section, if you scroll down just a bit, under the section Visual Studio downloads, I want you to click on Visual Studio 2015. Okay, so there will be some listings of different versions of Visual Studio that have been made available. Now I want you to select Express 2015 for desktop. Okay, so select Express 2015 for desktop, and you say Visual Studio Express 2015 for desktop, for Windows desktop. Okay, so this is free. Okay, it's not like you have to pay for something. This is free. So the only thing here is that you must choose the language that really suits you, and I suppose English, of course, is going to be the better option. If you're able to understand what I'm saying, probably then English is the better option. So after you select English here, by default it's set to English. Then you click on download. So when you click on download, a small window should be able to pop up in just a short while, and yeah, so you have, there you go, then you have this window. Then you click on save. Okay, I already did some download of this window. I don't want to do multiple of it, but just for the sake of this video, let's just click on there. Yeah, but once you do that, the window has been downloaded here, of course. Then you click on this icon. Now this installer is an online installer. Okay, so it's not like you're downloading the offline file and then install it at a later stage. Okay, it is going to be pulling the files off the Microsoft, rather the Visual Studio website, and it will be installing them as it pulls them off from that website. So I mean, this is just a security window check, I think. Yeah, so just say run anyway. If you're using Windows 10, you might get this or you may not. But what I'm trying to say to you is that these files are going to be installed as they are being pulled off the Visual Studio website. Now I already did the installation because it takes a while to do the installation. It took me about an hour or so just to pull off the files of the website and then have them installed on my computer. So I already did that so that I don't waste so much time to explain really what will be going on as the installation is taking place. But the installation itself is fairly straightforward. Once you just set it in motion, you just have to sit back and wait. It will pull off the files the website, and it will install them onto your computer. And once they're installed onto your computer, then you can go ahead and finish up the installation. So it is not really a sophisticated process. It is a straightforward process that you won't even need somebody really to guide you throughout the entire installation process. Okay, so for me, it's just telling me this window is just telling me that I already have Visual Studio existing. So do I want to repair or do I want to uninstall the one that is existing? So I don't want to do either of the tasks, but I want just to close this. Okay, and I want to open my Visual Studio, the one that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the the interface, the IDE itself for Windows, for Visual Studio 2015, Express 2015, it is fairly a very straightforward IDE. If you've seen any Visual Studio uh, uh, um, interface 2013 2012, then you will be familiar with this one. Okay, of course, like I said, I've not used this one before, so but I'm just relying on the knowledge and the information that I have working with 2012 and 2013. Okay, so what you have right on top there is fairly what you get on almost any Visual Studio IDE. And I just want, first of all, to just walk you through the common menus that we are going to be needing as we do the programming. Of course, file menu is the most obvious and the most common one that we're going to be using, because in there we are going to be needing things like new project, things like new team project, which of course we're not going to be using because you need to be a team to work out this project. But as we're just going to be so much interested in a new project, okay, so whenever we want to start a new project, or we want to open an existing project, one that we have been working on maybe for some time, we closed it, we shut down our computer, we came back and we wanted to continue working on that project, you just come to open on to click open project. Okay, then the other thing that is very important is on let me see, on run. I don't think there is anything much here that we're going to be needing just for a start. I will begin to show you some of these. I'll show you some of these as we create certain projects, because some of these features, as you notice, they are deactivated already because we don't have an existing or a running project that we have. But once let me just say, let's just say we start a new project. Okay, maybe let's start a new project. Of course, when you just install the Express 2015, it may be set to Visual C Sharp by default when it comes. Okay, so you need to select Visual Basic, because that's the one that we'll be working with. Okay, so take note of that, because it may be selected here and you may check here there is nothing listed to do with Visual Basic, so you need to check select this one, Visual Basic, so that you have there. Now may I also say here that I'll be introducing you to Windows Form applications way later on in the tutorials. In the first tutorials, first of all, I want to introduce you to the console application. Now I explain later on why I would want to introduce you to the console application first, unlike introducing you to the Windows Form application and so on and so forth. But I just want to get a blank project get started. So you select console application, and you give your project your name. So I'll call this one let me say I'll call it my first app. Okay, my first app. Of course, the location here, it will be showing you which folder or where on your computer this project is going to be saved. Suppose you wanted to browse physically to go to that location on your computer, then you would need to browse to this location. Okay, so it is currently, for me, it is in users, events, then documents, and then there is a folder called Visual Studio 2015, and then there is a folder called projects. And under projects, of course, that's where this project will be saved. So if I browse to, let's say if I browse to my documents, okay, if I browse to my documents, you will see there is a folder called Visual Studio 2015, and inside this folder, that's where you're going to find projects. Okay, inside projects, that's where my first project is going to be my first app. Okay, project is going to be. So when I just click on OK, okay, when I just click on OK, the project is being created, and you will see that a folder right now in projects has been created, where all the work that I'll be doing related to my first app will be stored. Okay, so in the background, Microsoft Visual Studio is just creating a project for me. Okay, so you will see that window just having the project being created. Of course, my computer is a little bit slow because I'm running a number of applications in the background, so it's somewhat slow, but it's not that bad that it's somewhat frustrating. Okay, so there we go. Now, now that we have created a new project, certain features have now been activated, then I can go ahead and explain some of the features that I had to skip because initially some of the features were deactivated. One of the most important features of course is the start. Okay, so every time you compile or every time you code and you want to test and you want to see how your program is going to run, then you have to click on start, and then the project is going to run and your results are going to be shown. To be shown. Now I'm going to do a project in the next tutorial with you. I'm going to introduce you to the actual programming, the actual coding, so that you guys you have a feel of you building your first app, your first program in Visual Basic.net. But in this video, I just wanted to introduce you guys to how you can get Visual Studio from the Visual Studio website, how you can download it, and what you really need to do, to pull it off the website and have it installed onto your computer, and then just how you can run maybe your first project and your new project, and so on and so forth, and just the start button for running your project. Of course, most of these things are going to make sense as we build our first app. Then we can test them and see what each button is really doing, of course. All right, yeah, so in this video I think I'll end here. Please look out for the next video. I'll post it up as soon as I get it recorded. I'll post it up as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy your day. Thanks.